Hey there everybody, my name is Heretoga and welcome to our creative mode series where we chillax together and spend time chiseling, creating a new game that I've designed called Tile Wars. Now we're here over at Anakin Castle. I'm on my main world and I'll be using this world to do all of my projects because I just want to keep building on this world and expanding on it and keeping all of you involved as well so we don't lose anything that we've created together. In case some of you don't know, this is Anakin Castle. I built this place in survival mode and I dedicated it to my viewers, but most of all my subscribers. And I dubbed Anakin Castle because Anakin Skywalker hates sand, so yeah. Just a name that came to mind when I had to figure out what to name this place, so a castle made of sand, perfect name. And it's got a nice ring to it, Anakin Castle. Love it. So as you know, this series will be about chiseling up this game that I've created called Tile Wars. Now I have disabled some of the settings in this world. I've paused time, okay, so that we don't have to deal with the light shading dark and bright throughout the day. So I've paused the time. Like I said, this is a creative mode short series where we chisel up this game together. Also, the monsters are passive. So if I do have to go into survival mode, the monsters are not going to attack me. Temporal storms and temporal rifts have been disabled also. So we can chisel in peace, alright? We ain't got to worry about sleeping or eating or any of that stuff. Any of that survival stuff. This is just us chiseling up this game together in peace. Now this game came to mind based off of a game on Steam, which I own and I've played a lot in the past, called Dwarf Romantic. And it's a tile-based game where you place down your tiles and build up your world. And there's different tiles. You've got train track tiles, water body tiles like rivers. You've got trees, you've got like houses, farms and farm fields. And that game came to mind and I thought, I can do that in Vintage Story. So here we are. Now in Dwarf Romantic, the tiles are hexagon shaped, but we're going to use square shaped tiles, right? And I've made a little start just so you can get a better idea of what this game is going to look like, right? And it will be multiplayer. You can play it on your own too. In the end, there'll be that many tiles, you'll be able to play this on your own as well. But it would be more fun playing it with other players. Now, at the moment, we'll work on the grass biome set, right? So these are cards, but they're physical tiles that you can place down. But this could be a great card game where you place down the cards on the table. Same kind of thing. I mean, there are card games out there like that, right? I've played some of those kind of games in the past with a best mate of mine. So, to give you a good idea of what to expect, this grass biome set will use forests, we'll use the flat plains with hills and cave holes, little lakes as well, so we need to design those. Now I've already designed the forest set and the path set. You can't use the path block as a texture in Vintage Story, so I've had to use peridotite cobblestone because it looks very, very similar. And I would decrease the height of the path blocks, but I just don't think it looks right, you know, so I decided to keep it flat with the ground. So all these pieces will connect to each other, and basically when you all play the game together, everybody gets a chisel, and when you place your tiles, you can rotate them if you need to, right? So the basic pieces are the path pieces. You've got a cross, a straight, a corner, and a T-junction. I've done the same thing with the trees. So you've got a cross shape of trees, a line of trees, a corner of trees, and a T-junction of trees. We also have a blank tile, so we also have a tile full of trees as well, right? And they will all connect to each other around the sides. So obviously you can put trees next to trees. I haven't quite figured out all the rules of the game yet, but that will evolve over time. So we've got the forest set done for the grass biome. Now, one of my viewers, Deb Emerson, did suggest to me one time that it would be nice to see different shades of green with the trees so they don't look all the same. Now, in Vintage Story out there in the wild, you usually find oak trees and maple trees together, so I've done that here with this forest set, right? And if we look at the textures in here, we have oak trees, so we get the oak log, and we have the maple log for the maple trees. Ignore this oak log here. I was trying something out, but if you use oak logs, they look exactly the same as the debarked ones. So if you do this, just use the debarked logs for the logs of your trees, right? So we have these maple trees, and we have the oak trees. And they're pretty much are the same as each other. So it is nice to see different shades of green with the trees in these tiles. And at the bottom of every tree, it does have a ring of forest flooring. So I have used the forest floor texture there as well. Now, because this is the grass biome, we have different grades of fertility in the game. You've got low, medium, and high fertility. So some of these tiles have low fertility raised areas of land, and some have medium and some have high. As for the landmass tiles, this one here has all three grades, look. Low, medium and high, but it's also got a blob of terra preta there as well. So if you place down a tile that has terra preta on it, you get more points, right? This is a low fertility one, this is a medium one, but these are special because they have impact craters. You know, they have meteors. Got a little meteor there, and we have a big meteor there, extra points. But we don't have any water bodies or any rivers, so I'm going to make the rivers like the path blocks. That's easy. And then the water bodies, yeah, I could just do like different shapes of lakes. Maybe we can have a corner of water, so we could do it like that, maybe a whole tile of water, and they can all join onto each other. I think that would look kind of cool. Now, with this being the first episode of the series, there is a lot to mention and talk about, so you just have to bear with me. We'll get some chiseling done. Now, in Vintage, there are other biomes, but they're not really biomes per se, but I'm going to call them biomes anyway for simplicity's sake, right? At the minute, we're in a desert biome, so I can do a desert set as well. And in this chest, we have all the different trees we're going to have. We have oak, maple together. We have pine trees. And then we have old cypress trees and redwood trees. The stone types, we have peridotite, granite, bauxite and sandstone. And then we have all the dirt and the water bodies and the meteor, right? So what I'm thinking is we can do it very similar to how the world generates in Vintage Story. So you'll only be able to place down bold cypress trees near water bodies, right? Because they're usually found in watery areas. Redwood trees, the redwood tree tiles, when we make them, excuse me, you'll only be able to place those near mountains and floating pieces of land. The pine trees will be in flat areas. They can go pretty much next to anything really. Mountains, other forests. So we will be making floating land as well, because you do get floating land in these kind of games, especially in Minecraft and Vintage Story. So we're going to have tiles like that as well. So I'm just going to stick to these 3 rock types for the mountains, okay? There are other rock types, as you know, like shale, slate, and basalt and stuff like that, but maybe that stuff can come in the future. But to start with, I think these will be okay for now. So all the floaty pieces of land will have these 4 grades mixed in. So we'll get to that as we go along. So what I'm thinking we could do next is design the rivers, right? Let's move this and put that there. Right, and we'll just get basic land tile, because it has all the textures in, all the dirts and the water body stuff and the meteorites. So we'll grab some of these and we'll just make the river shapes, right? And we'll also have a water tile as well, a full water tile. Okay, well, here we go then. So below these bodies of water, you do have muddy gravel and then blue glass on top. So we're going to do the same with the rivers. So we need a cross section, like so. Now I can't turn the monsters off, guys. I've tried to turn the monsters off, but there's a mod that you can get to have that. But because this is my main world, and I'll be doing survival stuff on this world, I don't want to mess it up by messing around with it. So I decided to keep the monsters on and just make them passive instead, so they'll leave me alone. Like I said, I turned off the rifts and the temporal storms, but I've also paused time as well, so I don't think it makes any difference. The biggest thing is making them passive. Okay, so let's select the muddy gravel here, and we'll just, in fact, let's raise this up a little bit. That's better. Okay, now, water. Let's get the water in. You can chisel a lot faster in creative mode as well. If you keep clicking it, you can chisel a lot quicker, which is kind of nice. And you don't lose durability on your tools. And if you notice, as I'm in creative mode, I don't need a hammer to chisel. I can just use the chisel. So there we go, there's our first river piece, and we can make it a bit rounder so it's not so straight like paths are. We could make it like twistier and stuff like that, so as long as both edges match up, so when you start placing them all down, all the ends of all the rivers, they match up. So yeah, we can like mess about with this a little bit. See, if I was in survival mode right now, all these monsters will just keep attacking me, so I decided to do this as a creative mode series. Okay, ignore that little blob there, it's because it's off this light and the time is paused. But anyway, you get the idea, right? So now we can make a straight section here, but we're going to make it twisty. We'll make this one twisty. So we could go like that, kind of. Just make sure that there's no sharp corners. There we go. We can tinker with the shape if needs be. We can make small adjustments. Like I said, we're just going to chill and relax and take our time. So I've been thinking about how players can draw new tiles, right? And we can use like a hopper system with chests, and all the pieces can go into the hopper system. So I'm thinking like we can have three different chests with like a hopper and pipes leading to them. So you can choose which chest to draw a tile from. There we go. Okay, so we got a twisty river piece. We could have made it a bit twistier, right? Right, let's get all these off the hotbar here. So now we have a corner piece. Yeah, we'll just start from fresh. I have to get the middles here. Gotta be 2 blocks. Voxels, I mean. 2 voxels thick all the way around. See, look at all these sharp corners, there we go. Is that a sharp corner there? It is. There we go. I think there's a sharp corner there as well. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Look at him jumping in my face. Get out of the way. Right, muddy gravel. Yeah, when this game's done, it'd be nice to play this game with some of you guys. Zoom mod for the win. Okay, now blue glass. You're gonna hear all kinds of monster noises, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, now we've got a river corner piece, and each end is in the middle on the sides, so they'll join up to all the other pieces, right? Just like the paths and the trees also. So we have a corner piece. We're not done with these pieces, by the way, I'm just saying, because there's one more thing we need to do. Now this T-junction piece, I'm gonna just copy this and modify it just to save myself some work here. Right, so we can Just delete this end here. Like that. Yep. Probably modify it a little bit more. Yeah, let's have a little bit coming out. Like that, you know. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, now, my art teacher at school always used to ask, well, first he would get the whole class to draw something, anything we wanted, and we'd all draw something, right? And we'd go and show it to him. He was called Mr. Layton. He was a great art teacher. I loved art in school. And we'd show him our drawings, right? And he'd always say to me, how can you improve it? So that would get you thinking, right? So you go and sit back down and you'll try and find or figure out a way to improve it, right? So you do that, you make a change, improve your art piece and take it back to him. But then he'd say it again and he would keep doing that until literally you can't improve on it anymore. And that's what I do in vintage. You know, you start off basic and then you ask yourself, while you're looking at the piece you've made, how can I improve it, right? And that gets you thinking. So now with these river pieces, the way I can improve this now is to give them a highlight around the edges. I'm going to use low fertility soil for this. So we're going to slice away all those. And we're just going to add low fertility voxels. There'll be a lot of zooming in and out, by the way. So, I would improve the art piece like I just did. Then I'll go and show the teacher and he'll say, how can you improve it even more? So let's have a look at this piece. How can we improve this tile more? Because we have to remember it's a river piece though, like a landmass piece like this. It's not a forest piece, it's a river piece. So we can't improve the actual river anymore, don't think, unless we change the shape of the straight bits. But what we could do is add a bit of land on top. We can just add some land, like how the game generates earth in the game. Just little bits like that. Maybe right up against the water here as well, we can go there. Like so. And we just add a tiny bit there, right? So we've improved it, haven't we? So how can we improve it even more? If you struggle to find a way of improving it even more, then move on to the next piece. So now all these improvements I've got to add to these pieces now. So let's get it done. Okay, so I've done the same on all the other pieces. We've got some little holes in the ground, we've got some little raised patches of dirt. And I've sorted out this a little bit, I tried to make it a bit different. So there we go, low fertility dirt. So now we have the path pieces and we have all the river pieces and we can practice, right? We can grab each one of these pieces. Let's go over here. In fact, we'll go outside. We'll do it outside because these damn monsters, they don't spawn out here, do they? So let's see. Right, we'll start off with a cross. Right, we'll get some straight pieces going. Right, where's the chisel? Because every player has to have a chisel. Okay. Then, what's this piece? A corner. Okay. Go this way. Then we'll have T-junction. Right. Then we'll have some more straight pieces, another cross junction. See where it's going? Right. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it looks good too. Now, I could do another row of these and have a little bit of variation going on. Like maybe one of them can have one tree. I think that would look nice, right? But that could be a later stage perhaps. First let's get the pieces made. Like maybe some of these forest pieces can just have a hole instead of a little body of water. Like this one could be another hill or just a flat piece. Will you guys stop walking in my face? I would do this outside, guys. I might have to move outside and do this project, maybe like over here. Got loads of room over there. But yes, now we need a whole piece of water. So, I think what I'm going to have to do is actually get a block of muddy gravel. Where's that dirt block? Get that block there. In fact, we don't need the grass block. It's the glass block that we need. So we're going to add the glass into this. So we're going to make some ocean pieces here, but we're going to have to think about this, because yeah, you can put loads of these squares next to each other, but when you put like other pieces next to it, they're going to have straight edges. So we need to design some grass pieces with some like corners of water or something. Okay, so, boom, a water tile. Now let's assume players put other water tiles near it, right? When someone starts putting grass tiles near it, can you see what's going on here? There's a lot of straight edges, isn't there? There's no curviness to the water. Like, let's find a bit of water actually. Let's look on the map. See? Like this. There's no curviness to it, is there? So we've got to try and design some grass blocks that have sort of like curvy bits of water on them. So maybe if I start off with one and surround it in grass, that way the pieces that I make here, yeah, I just need a straight and a corner. I only need a straight and a corner, so I can delete these ones. These do have the water blocks on here. So let's find the middle. There's the middle. So we've got to make like a wavy pattern here, like a bit like this, but one half of it is water, the other half is grass, and one corner is water and the rest of it is grass. That's what we've got to try and do here. So what I could do is borrow these shapes. Getting rotated, because we're just going to modify these tiles. So all of this grass here needs to be water. So let's get rid of these. Let's make sure I'm not deleting anything. Good, I've still got the other pieces. So let's get deleting. We're doing it, guys, we're doing it. Okay. Now let's fill in these. You're going to see it all come together in a moment. Your mind is going to be blown. Right, now let's get covered in water. There, right. So that's what it looked like before. Even outside they just... That's what it looked like before. And that's what it looks like now. So let's get rid of those. Let's put our chisel on rotate. We'll copy these pieces. Okay. Boom, boom. Right, now let's put another straight piece in. See, look at that. I'll put all the corners in. All the straight pieces. Wait, that's a corner. Let me get rid of that. There we go. There we go. But let's get rid of that bit and we'll put some more pieces down, right? Like that or something. Okay, so we need all the corners first. We'll put all the corners in. So we might need an inside corner, like an inverted corner here, because you'll see. Right, we can put all the straight pieces in, get all these rotated. Yeah, so we need a body of water with a grassy corner, which is the opposite to these water corners, right? It has to be the opposite way round. Then we've got all the shapes we need, plus the river shapes as well. In fact, let's get a river section. Because what if, yeah, so we're going to have to design one of these pieces with the water going through it as well. So do that now quickly. It's a kind of magic. Like a Bob Ross episode. Right, let's rotate that. Oops. Rotate. There we go. So now we have that special piece. If someone puts it down, they can carry on the river. So we've got that piece. We can get rid of that now. Let's get rid of all these. So it's not looking as square like this now, is it? It's got feature to it. So we need to make the inverted corner piece. Yeah, I suppose I can just modify a river piece and do it. I'll have to, won't I? So let's get it placed down. Get the grass. So we need to count these now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Right, that's turned into land now. So now let's safely get rid of these pieces I have on me. Because we have the pieces down, right? But let's just see what it's going to look like. See, it joins on, look, in the corner. I've just got to turn the rest of that into water. Just like this. Okay, there we go. Now, I thought I'd keep these bits of land that were raised here. These bits here, I thought I'd keep those there because you do get like little bits of land in the water. Because it's glass, it kind of hides the dirt underneath, which is a bit weird. But there is dirt underneath. But now if we get this piece and plop it in, boom, look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that looks great, man. So, there you have it. There you have it. We've got all the important shapes now. So we need to keep hold of them. So put that there. We'll get the inside corner as well. I'll just probably leave this out here, actually. We've got the straight section, and we've got the corner as well. Corner piece. So inside corner, outside corner, straight, and straight with a river entrance. So you can put any river shape on these pieces here, right? Perfect, perfect. Now I could design another water body, or maybe a few different ones, and have like larger patches of land on them, like one with a tree, one without, one with a low patch of land, one with another low patch of land with plus a little floaty bit next to it, and then maybe one with a hill on there. You know, there's different variations I could do. But like I said, we'll do the variation stuff later. So once we've got all the important pieces designed, then we can start doing variations of them. So, you know, if you draw these pieces, they go around a body of water. You'll know it when you get these pieces, right? So, I mean, you can, if you got a piece like that, let's say there's a, in fact, let's get a forest piece. Let's get a forest piece, right? Get forest. If someone's put a forest down, you can put one of these next to it, but you're going to have to rotate it like that. Yeah? And that could stop someone putting down, say, a landmass piece, right? So the other player would have put that there next, but because you've put that there, they can't just go ahead and put that next to it then, because it won't join on. So there's rules to invent for this game. But that's another thing that can be done later, once we've got all the pieces. So we've got all the water body pieces, now all the river pieces, all the paths, all the forests. We need more land pieces now, like hills and cave holes and stuff like that. So yeah. Alright, I've gone around the bottom edge of all the river and water tiles with low fertility dirt, because I think it makes the tile itself look a lot more pleasing to the eyes, seeing grass on top of dirt, even on the edges here. I think it just makes them look so much better. I've got to do that to the main grass tile, all the forest tiles, the paths, and those three over there. I could replace all those blank ones with a new blank one. So yeah, I just think it makes the tiles look a lot better having that dirty bottom, you know. Nice. Sometimes the little changes make a big difference. So let's get those placed back down. There we go. Don't need to do that to the full water tile there. Right, but if we pick up these tree blocks, like so, delete the bottom ones. Get the chisel out. Okay, this is a medium fertility one. Just go around all the edges. You see what I mean? It just looks a lot better having those two layers there, because all the tiles are at least 2 voxels deep. Could make some more tiles that are a bit deeper, especially when I start adding the cave entrances in the ground. I think those will need a deeper tile. Yeah, that looks loads better. Yeah. Alright, now I've got to do that to the rest of those. So this one here, because it had a raised bit of land in the corner, there was a line of green between the brown layers, so I just replaced it with dirt. So I think that looks good like that. Alright, now that that improvement's made, let's get these back down there. Yeah, tile wars, guys. Tile wars. Alright, so all the tiles have dirty bottoms. So why don't we design a hill now? We need a big hill. Big as possible. So I'm going to use low fertility soil for this. So we'll start off in the corner, probably like there. So a bit of roundness to it. Okay, so that's that layer. We can go around and build up the hill. So, because it doesn't have to be solid, it can be hollow. It doesn't matter. It's less work to do. And it would be unnecessary work if you just filled it in. Because this is a hill, not a mountain. If it was a mountain, I would fill it in because it will help you decide where the cave holes will go, right? Let's just draw around it like this. I think that'll be... Okay. Nice flat bit there. I'll make it a bit flatter. It's hard to not to look around so much, right? Let's fill in this layer. We'll see what it looks like. Okay. So we could just add a little bit of land on the top here, maybe. And we'll have a bunched up bit there. Like that. You know, we'll have some shape to it, you know. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's another hill, right? It's another hill. We just need more basic land pieces, don't we? But we need some lakes too. We could design a lake, right? Let's have a little lake. So, like we designed that hill, we could do a similar thing, but instead of adding dirt, we'll take dirt away. We'll just draw a shape here. We can refine the shape afterwards. like that maybe. We could keep some land in the centre of it. Let's bring it up a little bit higher so we can see better. There we go. Okay, let's just add a bit of land back in. Just a little bit. Like that. So now we need muddy gravel. Nice and chill. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, maybe could fill in that corner there. Oh, it's a bit of a sharp corner, that. Let's go around the edge with light fertility soil. Okay. There. It's just it does that invisible stuff when you use glass. It's not doing it over there, but it's doing it over there for some reason. It's a bit strange. Yeah. It's like where there's one voxel thick on the edge, it's making it invisible. Well, we can improve on that another time then. We can just battle that invisible thing there. See, all these look okay, apart from that bit there and that bit. And this one's fine. Yeah, the river pieces are doing it. I mean, it's hardly noticeable anyway, right? So it's not that much of a big deal. Yeah. It'll be fine. But yeah, so we've still got some land pieces to make, some more different ponds and stuff like that. Now I have tried adding little bushes, right? But if we get this piece, you'll see what I mean. Right, let's put it down. We'll use We'll add a texture in there and we'll get the colour palette, right? Let's grab the colour palette. Let's just grab peridotite stone. Let's add the stone. So, like berry bushes, okay? So we'll just add some bushes. Right? Some of the bushes are like 2 blocks tall as well. Sometimes you get 2 next to each other. But let's change the colour of the bushes so you can see them better. So we'll try this green. It's too dark, so we'll try this green. See, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, yeah, that green's too bright. Yeah, those colours are too vibrant. I think I prefer that colour. Yeah, I mean, I think it doesn't look too bad, those berry bush colours. I mean, we could actually use colour for berries like that, but it just doesn't look right. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. I think that's okay. Yeah, it's just like the land tiles definitely need some kind of bushes on there. We'll just keep this one over here for the moment. Let's grab, say, let's just grab this one. We'll try and do a similar thing. Put peridotite in there. We'll do the star-shaped bushes where you punch away to get all the sticks and stuff like that, right? So we'll go like this. Just add a few of them, we don't need too many. Now let's change the colour. I mean, it does look better. Having those, I must agree. It does look better. But I think I'll leave those there for future reference, right? We'll make the basic hills first. Like we've got 4 different variations now. And some of them have meteor craters in them, so that's nice. Just put that magic palette back. Okay. Now then. So what about floating islands? What about floating islands? Or floating landmass things? So we could see how tall we can go, right? We can go that tall, so that'll be the top of the landmass, and let's make it float. Yeah. Okay, well we'll work on that next time, right? We'll do floaty land pieces next time. We'll do some more lake pieces. But I think this is a great start for the grass biome deck. I think that's a great start. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, about this Tile Wars game. I'll be interested to read your suggestions and your thoughts as well. Yeah, it's always exciting, so yeah, I think I'll leave it here for next time then. And we'll carry on doing some more chiseling and make some more deck pieces. Alright folks, well, if you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Goodbye!